Hey, and welcome back to the Thanks Power series. Good to have you here and see you again, or if we see each other the first time. My name is Cory Lippert. I'm from Everyday Inspirations, Alltagsinspirationen, corylippert.com and Empathic by Europe. And it's a pleasure to have you here and an honor. And this is part 3 of the Thanks Power series. In case you have missed the first 2 parts about Thanks Power, Nourish Your Magic Fire and Allowing and all the things that stand in the way, you'll find the link in the description of this video above or below. And yes, in this part we're talking about counter and intuitive. Because it's also one way, and for me one essential way that I explore and find very inspiring, and I'm in exploring mode actually. So this is kind of an experiment I share with you. Is using this term counterintuitive and counter and intuitive to follow the joy and follow the things that are important, the values and the needs that are there in the moment, and really going one layer deeper or even more layers deeper than we normally do, and have a look what supports us in our thanks power, in our joy, in our depth and in our being. Counterintuitivity, for me, the term is used in a way that I cannot really relate to, because it's used that you think out of the box and it's counterintuitive. But for me, it's counter and intuitive, because when we follow our intuition, then most of the time we're thinking out of the box and we're thinking outside the things we have learned and outside the habits we have incorporated by the belief system we got through our education. So for me, it's counter and intuitive. What I mean by that, if you have something you wish for, you can go deeper and see and what is the need behind. Like if I wish for a lot of money on my bank account, it might be because I have a need for safety. And then when I look at safety and I wish for it, and this is the thing I want, then I can look at the counter side, which is unsafety, which is the unknown. And if I go for unsafety and the unknown, then I'm able to go and care for the need for safety. Only when I'm able to hold the space for unsafety and insecurity, I'm able to really care for my need of safety. Or if I'm looking for love in the outside and I want to be loved, then I can see there's this very obvious need for love. And if I look at the counter side, it can be not being loved and alone. And also it can be not the love from the outside, but the love from the inside. So there's something accepting being alone and accepting also this pain. And at the same time also caring for self-love can be the counter side of the need for love. And if I care for the pain and the love for myself, then the need for love is met actually, and there is more possibility that this need for love is truly fulfilled. And I give you one last example. When I don't know who I am and I'm looking always like, what can I do to really fulfill my purpose? And yes, like there's this need for meaning in my life. Then I can look at the counterpart and can say, yeah, but what about if there's no meaning and I give meaning to things? And this might be the counter and intuitive ways to give meaning, to serve, and to care for my need for meaning. I invite you also to have a look and think of something that you wish for. It can be on the surface. It can be something material or very on the surface. And then you go deeper, one layer deeper, and look what is the need behind this wish. And you can also use the needs list. I will post the link to the needs list as well in the description of this video, and then you take the needs list and see what could be the one need that is behind this wish. And then take this need and see what is the counter thing to this need. And how can I care for this counter thing? I'm really curious which you chose and what need is behind and what this experiment awakens in you and what it does to you. So let me know in the comments, and maybe I can also support if you're like confused or irritated, and support in the comments if you want to have some guidance. And for me, it's really like an experiment. I mean, I had this idea already a few years ago, and I was writing already some text about it, and it comes up again right now when I was thinking about the things that could support the joy connection, the deep joy connection, which is like allowing also the pain, because they go hand in hand, pain and joy. And for me, there is something like, yes, really a nourished and fulfilled life where everything is possible. So this is part 3, and if you like this video, you can let me know by giving me a like, or letting me know in the comments. And also I hope to see you again for part 4, which is then about self-celebration. And this is always an invitation also for the 30th of January, where there will be a workshop about thanks, power and celebration, together with Pierre Vigneron, my partner, and we will do this workshop in Vienna and online. You can have a look at the information page where you find all the details and registration. And thanks for being here. Thanks for being who you are. Let's keep being inspired. Big love.